I'll let you start it because I'm so unprepared.
Yours was supposed to be touch on the homey stuff, and I was supposed to do that how to find stuff later.
I can barely hear you, dear.
Can you? Can you hear me better if I hold this up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we were going to do a little more extended version tonight of what we talked about last night, but we can kind of briefly touch on some of the original things that we talked about on the QB call last night. And one of those things were kind of the rules. It's basically to talk about how multis can enhance your business. And they can add in ways, but remember that your VIP group is always your VIPs and things like that. So, but multis are a great way to bring in new business to your group and bring in new shoppers. And it's also exposing your inventory to other shoppers that have not seen it. And you may have something that you've had for forever, and you're like, when is this going to sell? And it's usually in a multi, and that it will sell because people, to them, it's vintage stuff. I just sold a pair of Statue of Liberty leggings in a multi tonight that I've had since July, and somebody claimed them the second that the sale started. So clearly someone wanted them. So very difficult here. Hold on, let me see if I can do this better. Sorry, my kids are watching cartoons in the room. Is that better? Can you guys hear me better? Yeah. Okay. So a lot of the discussion last night was how to get involved in multis and how they can benefit your business, and also why the Happy Homies multi, the weekly sale, has the rules and why those rules were set in place. So I think we're all kind of on the same page as far as we all understand why there's the no cell phone upload rule, because it just bumps everything in front of the album cover, and we're down to one person creating album covers and creating those albums, and it's a lot of work for them to go back in if stuff has been bumped that way. So hence that's why the cell phone rule was made. There is a sign up genius for each weekly sale that we do for the multi that is in the actual description in the Lula Happy Weekly Sale in the album on the homies page. So it's all right there. It's very self-explanatory. Cassie and Amy made the explanations very straightforward. And then another thing we touched upon last night is that there is a sign up in there for leaders to sign up on. And the way LuLaRoe considers leaders is it's a team of 5 below you, not necessarily 5 directs, but a team of 5 people. So if you've been added to the Lula Happy Leaders page, then you are cleared to sign up for those leaders spots. Please, if you're not on that leaders page, find something else to sign up for in the Sign Up Genius to help with the sale, because that's specifically for leaders, and they're the ones doing the admin status and all of those things. So, so we kind of reviewed those rules and kind of how the multi has kind of changed since we first started it in March. And it was kind of, we kind of taught ourselves how to do it when we all started, and we were only doing one kind of style or theme a week. And then as the team has grown and as more people are participating, the rules started to get put in place just because it makes everything more organized, because we probably started with maybe 20 consultants when we started it, and now we have so many active consultants on the team that we just needed some sort of structure there. So Sarah, did you want to touch any more on that? Or
Got me with my pants down because I was about to send my husband a text to bring me my glasses. What was your last comment? What am I touching on?
Anything else to add about our homies weekly sale?
I know there was something I was supposed to say, because you and I talked about this last night. I'm having a senior moment. I'll think of it though.
That's fine. But, you know, and that's something that you could do weekly to benefit your business. But remember, the multi stuff is just bonus on top of your regular sales. So think of it that way. Once you start relying on multis to work your business, you may get upset, because some multis you can be in and you'll sell a ton, and other multis you'll be in and you won't sell one thing. And you'd be like, why did I take the time to upload all my stuff if I wasn't going to sell anything? But it's just like having a party at someone's house or having an online hostess. Sometimes you'll have a hostess and they're people that buy a ton. Sometimes you'll have some that buy one pair of black leggings. So you kind of just have to keep putting yourself out there. A lot of the talk lately has been, how do I find multis outside of like our team multi? And I posted a link the other day when I think Katie Adams had started the thread, and there's this multi search page. It starts with like Roar. It used to have LuLaRoe in it, and then they took LuLaRoe out of it and put Roar in it. And it's a secret group, so you have to be added to it. So you have to find someone that's in it. And I know I had commented on there that there were people that were like, add me, add me, add me. But I need to go through and like, I have to friend request you and then I have to add you. So it's taking me some time with everything else going on. So just be patient, but that's just only one page. So if you want to search for multis, go on Facebook, and a lot of the headers that you're going to find for those search groups have like consultants only in them. So
I'm gonna screen share real quick to show the picture that all of that multi stuff is listed under.
Yeah.
And it looks like that. And if you go over to
it's a word swag
section, there's all kinds of different names. Thank you. Different names and how you can find them. And like, here's that Roar that you were talking about. But there's just all kinds of useful information in there about different multis that you can join. So if you want to go to the photos section on the Happy Homies page, look for this individual picture, and I'm pointing at my computer screen like you all can really see me pointing at the picture.
You could also have Katie add university into the bottom of that, since that is something that a lot of people would want to search for.
Oh, can I type university in it?
No, she has to do it since it was her post.
I can't just type in the comment though?
I don't think it pops up the comments. I hope not. The amount of searches that would. But Katie, I can definitely get Katie to add to it. That's easy.
Yeah, but if you're looking for kind of the planning groups and things like that, you want to search for like consultants only, or you can search for like multi-search and things like that, and that will help you kind of find what you're looking for. That Roar page is really good because it's a lot of people posting like, hey, I started up this multi, I'm looking for consultants, and then you can kind of join there, and they'll usually list like the consultant planning group. And the thing with that is each multi tends to have their own rules. Our rules to participate are the 2 screenshots to increase the advertisement and increase the drive to the group. A lot of these multis will require you to do the 2 screenshots to be made admin to upload your things. A lot of times, some will have you give like a pair of leggings to the main consultants that plan the group as kind of like a payment to get and participate in the sale. Like the Galore and More sale, you're sending in a pair of leggings once the sale is done. You send in a pair of leggings to participate, and if you sell, it's still the 1 for 10. So you're automatically, if you're involved, you owe 1 pair of leggings. But if say you sell over 20 items, then you owe 2, and so on and so forth. And then I've done a multi before where I had to PayPal somebody $10, and it's basically kind of paying for their admin work. They're the ones setting up the over 100 albums, and it's time consuming, and it's saving time on your end that you're not creating the albums and all of that, and that they're doing the majority of the work except uploading your photos, obviously. So some have that. So just make sure you read through all of that. There's one that I participated in one time that had bargain bins like all throughout on everything, and honestly all the people who were shopping was from the bargain bins, and I didn't have my stuff in the bargain bins, and I didn't feel like I wanted to put them in there. So I never did that one again, just because I wanted to sell my stuff at MAP. So just make sure you read through, and if you try one once and you don't like it, no one's forcing you to do it again. But it's still getting your name out there, and most of them will have rules as far as how they want you to advertise, and if you can do a giveaway on the page. So just make sure you're following their rules, and I mean, we're all human, sometimes you make mistakes, but just make sure you're following their rules, and if you feel like that's appropriate for you. But that's a good way to search all of those. Those are kind of your keywords to find them. And then another thing we touched on last night on the call was using programs to make your life easier when it comes to uploading to multi-consultants, because we touched upon Shop the Row, and we touched on
Integro. IR is what Kate referred to it as, is IR.
Yes, and I know there's been questions lately about Row With Me, and I think Row With Me is strictly, it will not upload things to Facebook, it's strictly like a linked-based party. So
Just say IR.
IR and Shop the Row are, you know, kind of the two main programs that people use for uploading to Facebook. And I started using Shop the Row a couple weeks ago. For me, I love it just for its upload capabilities. And that I don't have to do it, because going through Facebook and adding stuff to the albums and then scrolling back and finding the next album you need to add to, and then Facebook messes up and then you get stuck in Facebook jail, and that I love the ease of Shop the Row and using that to upload my stuff to the albums. You do have to be aware some multis that you're involved in will not allow you to put the links on your Shop the Row pictures, so you just have to upload without your links. So just make sure you read the instructions on each of the multis. And a lot of them, if you do have the links, they still want you to honor like the first sold comment. And if you can't force them to go and fill out the link, like just take care of it yourself and manually do it, because you're on their page, you're not on your own page. So yeah, and so for me, I can do several multis, some at the same time, and I know Keena and Jen Smith do several at the same time, and they'll have Shop the Row upload to several multis, and they're just watching stuff, and if people aren't filling out the links, then you just manually fill them out, and then, you know, remove it from another sale, and things like that. So, but it's nice to be able to upload your stuff in a timely manner to more than one place. So, and I also, the one thing I do like about Shop the Row is that you can schedule your stuff for a later time. So for instance, we did a Galore and More multi last Friday for Black Friday, but we were made admins on Thursday night, like late Thursday night, even though we weren't allowed to upload our albums until the next morning. And I had to work the next morning. So I was able to go into Shop the Row, schedule all of my stuff to upload the next morning at the upload start time. And I went to work and went on my merry way while my stuff was selling. And I just scheduled it the night before to upload the next morning. So that's something that I like about that. So, and I know Sarah doesn't use Shop the Row, but if you have anything to add.
Sorry, I was answering a question over to the side.
That's okay.
Because Christine had asked a question. So if they don't allow Shop the Row, how do you do it? Just manually upload the pics to the multi and hide it all on Shop the Row. With Shop the Row, you actually have a feature that you can upload without having the links attached. So you can still use Shop the Row, but not show that you're using Shop the Row.
Yeah, I'll share my screen and show it.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that you could do that. I thought it was like one or the other kind of thing.
No.
Because I know Sarah Pavlik uses Shop the Row just for uploading.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't use the links.
Okay, so let's say I want to upload my Amelia's. And you can see I have it listed in 2 sales right now. Okay, go get under the blanket if you're cold, buddy.
Okay, now I see it.
Okay, so I just want to select all, and I'm just going to say that I'm going to upload it to my group just because. It shows you everything that you're an admin for. And let's say you've been recently made an admin, like you need to refresh here. Because it may not show up if you first look at it. So let's say I want to add them to my page. And I want to put it in the Amelia album. And if I do not want to put the link on it, I just leave this part blank. If I want to put the link on it, I copy here. And then I paste here. And that will do like the link for each of the items. But if I don't want the link on there, I just leave that blank. Oh,
wait. What's the, hang on. What's the link?
Hey, Courtney, can't you just, instead of, you can put a comment in the message section, but instead of where it says the URL, you can delete that out.
correct.
Yeah, that's where the.
Put in there whatever you want. Okay, here you go. So you can put whatever you want in that comment section, or you can put the link. It's completely up to you. And then you come down here, and I can list and post to Facebook now, or I can list later. I choose my date, and then I choose my time, and it lets you choose your time zone as well. And then it's list and post to Facebook later. And then once that time starts, it automatically starts loading your things. So that's what they're talking about the links. So if you're in a multi that they don't allow the Shop the Row links, you just upload and leave this part blank in the message.
Okay.
Now, I will
And
say
that's-
if you're uploading at a later time, you want to make sure you're not doing it at like the popular time. Because I personally don't use Shop the Row. I really desperately need to sit down and work on Shop the Row. Hey, Courtney, can you take off screenshot?
Okay.
Because I'm looking over at this little bitty corner.
You procrastinate, darling.
Yes, I'm a very big procrastinator. But I highly, 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 highly recommend finding something if you're going to do lots of multis, finding something that works, because I'm one of those where I have procrastinated for so long. I have to sit and upload every single picture. And Facebook has become a turd lately. And yes, I said turd on recording. It's nicer than what I would really like to say. But Facebook has now gotten to a point that after I get through so many pictures, it's asking me for a specific little hidden message that I have to type in for several pictures before it will upload. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's giving me major headaches. So find something, whether you want to use the link or not, find some method that helps you with uploading, because Facebook sucks.
So we're not allowed to use phone. I'm sorry to hijack. I got one more question about that though. If we're using something like Shop the Row, I know if I'm using my phone, then things come in screwy. If I do one item, then it'll come at the bottom. If I do multiples, then they pop in at the top of an album. So if you're doing Shop the Row and it's set to do it without your being there to navigate it, then what happens? Do they all go to the top of the album, or do they go to the bottom? And then
They go to the bottom.
They go to the bottom and they all go in together. So
Yeah.
they're all grouped
They
together,
don't.
not all over the
They
place.
don't
Unless someone's
always.
like uploading at the exact same time as you, sometimes
Yeah.
there's like a split in between.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in on that.
Sometimes mine will
Probably
end
saying
up
the
at
same
the
thing.
top of albums.
What,
I said
Natasha?
sometimes mine will end up at the top of albums, so I still have to go to the multi and check to make sure, and then move them back down to their place. It may not be all of them, but it may be like 3 or so that will just pop up, and it doesn't. There's no rhyme or reason. You just have to. You still have to double check, even if you use Shop the Row to upload.
The way it was explained to me was that if you have multiple people using Shop the Row to upload to a multi at the same time, and they all schedule for 9 a.m. to upload, the pictures, for lack of a better way of describing it, bump into each other as they get uploaded and they get out of order. So you may have your pictures interspersed with somebody else's. Some of your pictures may go to the front. It doesn't always happen with Shop the Row, but it can happen, and it's very frustrating. So the recommendation of always going back to your multi to look to make sure that your stuff isn't causing a problem is the best advice that you can get on that.
okay,
Because if it does get out of order, you just move them.
yeah. What I'm worried about is
I schedule mine. Like if the upload time starts at 9, I schedule mine for 9:05.
Yeah.
And I found that I didn't have any that were bumping to the front. But the thing is with the cell phone upload, like it's always bumping to the front.
right.
So
Well,
I had to do myself.
my concern is like if I'm on the road, like I'm planning on being on the road on Friday, to head up to Chantilly for the night. So if I'm going to be on the road, I'm afraid of if I were to do something like that between now and then all of my stuff might go into a folder and jack everybody's stuff. And
It's
I wouldn't
okay,
have,
honey. We'll just call you out and just talk behind your back. You're good.
oh my God, I love you so much. If you weren't recording right now, I would show you something really dirty.
Just kidding.
I don't even see your face.
She
I know.
never will show on her
Ugly.
face.
Oh, you turd.
We usually
It's
yell
ugly.
at her.
There you are.
I was at physical therapy. I look like a hot mess.
And I don't.
You're a sexy beast.
There you
Yeah. I have a big zit on my face.
Nice.
Okay,
So,
back to
honestly, if
topic.
something happened like
Hope
that,
so, but
let us
just-
know
just
and
so
someone else
that-
can fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't not do the pop-up just because you may be driving at that given time.
Okay.
But I hope someone else is driving for you when you're uploading from your phone.
No. If I'm doing the Shop the Row thing is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be on the road and have that happening in the background where I'm not even paying attention. I don't even know what's going on, but then it's messing up what everybody else is doing. And I can't even see it because I'm like, rocking out to Coldplay or something up to Chantilly.
Well, all you do is when you get there, take a look and see. And if someone hasn't already fixed it for you, then you go ahead and fix it. Don't ever not do it because of that. Call one of us. We'll help.
Okay.
Stacy had a question. Stacy, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, Courtney, I was just curious. So, because I had started using Shop the Row and I did it for my Facebook launch, and I really like it because it was super easy because I didn't have to worry about uploading all the pictures. But how do you manage, like if you do multiple, like multis at the same time, how do you handle, like if someone comments sold on something, but it's already claimed from another multi, like how would that work?
For me, if I'm doing multiple multis, I'm really trying. I don't do it if I'm like at work all day because I work at an animal hospital from 8 to 5 and I don't always have time to check my phone. So I try to set myself up for success. And if that's the case, I only sign myself up for one. But if I can manage more than one, if I know that I can access my phone, if I'm like on a road trip or something and I can, have access, I'll go and I'll pull that picture quickly from the other multi. Or if it's like tonight, I'm in a multi tonight, but I still have my stuff posted on my regular page. So I'll just go and, I'll go to my regular page and write like sold pending payment on that picture. If they don't like go and fill out the link right away. Okay, can you have Tice draw that for you, please?
Natasha, don't you do 2 or 3 some nights also?
Yes.
I've got 3 going on right now.
How do you guys do it? How do you handle it?
Well, mine is whoever puts sold in their email first and then goes and clicks on the link. Even if they didn't click on the link yet, whoever is the first for sold in email, that's who gets it. And then I follow, if they still haven't filled out the link, I follow up with them. And I'm doing 3 right now, and I just had that issue because I had like 13 things sold and 2 people still hadn't responded. And then other people were taking it from another party. But usually mine pulls. I don't know, Courtney, it doesn't pull from your inventory? Because mine comes out of my inventory, or when somebody goes to click on the link, it's not even there.
For me, they'll click on the link and it'll say that it's been claimed already. It pulls it as claimed. It doesn't pull it or pull the Facebook picture down until I've cycled through like the invoice, paid, shipped, like those check boxes.
Oh.
That's how it does for me. I don't know.
Can I add my 2 cents?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
How do you get yours to get pulled?
Well, when I do multis, you have to pay attention to what's going on. If you're going to have multiple multis going on, you can't, like you said, you can't be at work.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is can I screen share? Maybe I can screen share. Here, hold on. I'm going to pull this back over here.
I love seeing everybody's faces. It's like, hi, everybody.
Is it share screen?
Yes.
All right, are we seeing this? Okay. So when it pulls something for sale, it gives you down here, when someone fills out the link, and Shop the Row, and it claims it, it pulls it out of your inventory, and it puts where it's been listed down here.
Right.
I can go and check the photo, and if it's in multiple shops, I will go click on this photo. So this one is for Shake, Rattle, and Row, the one I'm in right now. I'll go click on the photo, and I'll either write sold, if it was, say it was claimed in our homies sale, but I was also doing this Shake, Rattle, Row. I would click the one on the Shake, Rattle, Row because it was claimed in homies, and I would either delete the photo or I would hit sold, just comment sold, so that people knew that that was no longer available. Because if they go in and they click on the link from the other multi, they're going to see it's already claimed. So it really depends. Okay, I'm going to go back now.
Can you click on photo and show us what the options are?
So this one was claimed in Shake, Rattle, Row. So if I click on photo, it's going to take me to that, to Facebook, to that multi, and this is the person who claimed it.
I love that necklace.
She put her stuff here, but she also clicked on the link and filled it out. So if I wanted, say it was sold somewhere else, I could go down here to options and delete the photo, and that would delete it out of that out of the Facebook part of it. It would still consider being listed in the multi, but you wouldn't have the photo there anymore.
But it's still one of those things where you really have to be there and on top of it. It's not
if you're in multiple multis at the same time, you have to be on top of it. And it also depends, like who wins it depends on the rules of the multi. Okay, let me see. How do I get back out of sharing this? Stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Hold on.
Before you, I was going to say, before you get out of that, could you show the people who aren't familiar with Shop the Row? I mean, I know how to do it, but like instead of clicking on photo, if you just select that listing and then go down and delete.
That's what I was going to actually show. The way I don't do it the way Kina does it. I do it where I click on like the corner box and then I delete, and you can like click on that, Kina.
Yeah, that's what I do
all
too.
the way down, and then you can delete it from, if say she's in like 5 different
delete Facebook
listing,
and it'll go all the things she's in. So if she's in 6 groups, she can delete all 5 of the groups, you know.
Oh, wow.
But see, that's fine as long as I don't delete the one that I sold it in.
Yes, exactly.
Because I don't want to lose track. I mean, they've claimed it here, but I don't want that picture to disappear because that freaks people out. Yes. A lot of multis, though, do not want you to delete pictures once the sale starts. Because
really?
Problems. I'm going to get out of sharing here. That causes problems with people who are like, well, I was window shopping and I saw this thing and now it's gone. Where did it go? So that's why a lot of times once the multi has started, I just comment sold. It's in my name, but it says sold. Somebody could have walked in my house and got it. They can't stop me from selling it, but I didn't delete the picture.
Okay, so that's good to know because today I did that today. I deleted one, but I did because it sold from my regular page. But I didn't know that people don't like you doing that.
It depends on the multi. You have to know the rules of your all of them have very very spelled out rules usually. Okay. So a lot of them will say you can delete up to like if your multi starts at 8 p.m. you can delete up to 4 p.m. that day, and after that they don't want you deleting pictures.
I see.
So they'll spell it out. But once a multi starts, I try very hard not to delete a picture, especially a picture that has a like on it or somebody tagged in it or some reason. I just comment sold. It's sold. They can't argue with that. Some places will, if your link is filled out by somebody else, they want you to cancel it and give it to their first person. So if it sells in a different multi, deal with it. So if it sells in Lula Happy and you're in 2 others, go into those 2 others and either comment sold, delete the picture, don't just leave it there, because even if the link is claimed, that multi may kick you out of ever doing their multi again if you're not honoring their first person to comment sold.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And there are some
even though it's claimed in the link, a lot of the multis don't care. They know people are multi-listing, and that's not the problem, but they want you to be on top of communicating with your customer on what is sold and what isn't available. And if it's in a multi and there's no comments on it and someone comes in and puts comments sold and the link is already claimed, they're going to go to the admins and they're going to say, I tried to buy this, the link is already claimed. And the admin's going to come to you and say, go delete that sold because this person claimed it.
Okay.
So I've seen that happen with some really very nice admins. It can get very sticky very quickly. I'm staring at the wrong screen here. Hold on, I'm moving back over.
Can I interject, Kina?
They don't want any baiting for their sales. So they don't want you baiting with inventory that's not available.
Right.
So I've had this happen. I'm just going to throw it out there. So I've been in multiple multis and I've had an item claimed in both within minutes of each other, and I had an admin mad at me. And so basically, it doesn't happen that often. It's pretty rare if you're on it and you're watching. Hold on. Of course, now I'm talking. They need me. So the whole time been fine. So if it happens, basically what I do is I kiss a major booty, okay? So I give it to the one, I try to go and I look at the multi's rules and see if it's one that had rules about posting on other things at the same time. And I kind of try to figure it out based on some of the rules. But then the other person who wanted it, I basically send them a message and I give them a free pair of leggings. So you know what, make good with it, figure it out. But what I will say is if you're on it and you're taking it away, like it will be pretty good overall. But there is going to be the time where something's going to happen. But in my opinion, if you give away one pair of free leggings every, like, what, 1% out of the 100 that this would happen, that it's worth it to be a multiple at once for that chance of that 1%, because it's pretty rare.
I've been in 6 at one time. It's crazy. It's fun. It's a lot of sales.
Girl, you're nuts.
It's worth the chance, in my opinion.
It's worth it.
If you can manage it, do it.
Yeah. And then if you make a boo-boo,
but not if you're out and about doing things.
Make nice, give away something free.
Yeah.
You know?
And then post it on the homies and search up page and see if somebody else has it.
Right.
Because they might.
Help! I'm desperate. I see this all the time.
So yeah, I mean, as far as inventory control, Shop the Row is amazing, but if it could have those magical things where it could automatically take it down from another page, that would be great. But maybe down the line they will. So. Any other multi-questions?
I kind of do, I guess. When it comes to, I guess, gosh, really just lost my train of thought. So doing the advertising and getting people from your VIP page into the sale. There's a lot of music going on. Do you think it kind of, I don't want to say annoying, but just kind of difficult for your customers to have to keep going into these other groups? Or I don't know, I just feel like I'm sharing a lot of links.
Yeah, there's some multis that I'm in and I don't share them in my VIP groups. I'll share it on Instagram and I'll share it on like a BST group, because I still want my customers to shop with me. And the only ones that I'll really share on there is like team sales, or like I did share, like I did a fundraiser, like a multi-consultant fundraiser. And someone ended up booking a fundraiser with me because she saw that I was involved in a multi-consultant fundraiser. So for me, that was a win-win. But I don't post every single multi that I'm involved in on my page. I'll find other places to post it and screenshot that, because I don't want my customers running all over the place and getting annoyed with it.
Right. And I've been kind of backing off on posting all those links and stuff, but just
that goes back to knowing the rules of the multi. Like I'm thinking of
put them on your VIP page.
One particular multi I'm in, which is a really good one, and it's really big, but they actually have people, admins, who go and check your VIP page to make sure that the post that you said is in your VIP group is actually in your VIP group, and that you didn't post it and then delete it. So know your admins, know them enough to know whether you can skirt the edges of what they want. I've also thought about, because I do so many multis, that I might do a weekly post and say, what's going on this week? And I'll do Monday and I'll have the link to that VIP or that multi, and Tuesday that multi, and that, and go, so it's all at once. And when they want screenshots, I'm going to screenshot the weekly ad that I do. And it may not, hopefully it will accommodate most of them. The one I'm talking about, nothing accommodates them. So I do so well in it that I'm willing to bend over backwards and follow all their crazy rules. But I would, again, just harp on the fact that you need to know the rules of the multis that you're participating in. The worst that they can do to you is not let you participate the next time if you break the rules and you keep breaking them. So it's not like they can do anything dramatic, but if you find a good multi and you want to stay in it, do your best to follow the rules. Most of them want you to advertise in your VIP page. If they don't call that out, don't advertise in your VIP page. Pick somewhere else. And a lot of them will say not Instagram, so they won't count that as one of your screenshots if you do Instagram. There's different requirements, but I have a few choice places I go to advertise when I need to, but most of them I do advertise in my VIP group, just because.
Is there something bad about posting or advertising on Instagram or something?
No, it's just that different groups have different philosophies about where they want you to go out and advertise the sale.
Oh, okay, so it's not a bad thing.
And if they don't think Instagram is a good place to advertise it, then they don't want you to go there. They want you. Most of the reason they're having you advertise is to build the membership in the group. So they want you to go out and find buyers for all the product that they're all the people that are bringing in, because they can charge more for the right to be in the multi. They sell more as admins because usually they have the right to load first. There's all kinds of reasons why they have the rules that they have. And also, it's really hard to admin a multi. I mean, it's really hard. And so they put all these rules in place to try to make it as streamlined and easy as possible. And when people break the rules on a regular basis, they kick them out. So, which isn't the end of the world. I mean, there's some rules I would break and risk it, but not on the one. I follow every rule. I am a rule follower on that group because, man, I don't want to get on their bad side. They scare me. So, any other questions on that? I know I'm just rambling at this point. Charge more to be in a multi? Was that the question? Some multis charge $10 a month to be in, and you have 2 days a month that you get to be in it, or they'll charge every time you're in it, $10 every time. A couple of multis I've done, they charge $10 every time, and then the admins do the giveaways. Yeah. So they take that $10 that everybody pays to participate, and they put it towards inventory. So they'll be the ones running the contest to give things away. So you pay $10, but you don't have to give anything away.
Or some of them will advertise too.
Yeah,
they'll go out and they do a Facebook advertisement.
Yeah, they'll bump their Facebook advertising. They'll do all kinds of different things. They put the $10. One of them that I'm in does, like, they do free shipping and big giveaways on special events. They do just different things. So it depends on, if you've got a multi that has 50,000 people in it, you can charge a little more for the privilege of being a consultant offering your goods in that multi, because you're putting your name and your stuff in front of 50,000 shoppers versus the 1,000 that is in your VIP group.
Right. Okay.
It's almost like a booth charge at like a vendor event, but it's like your booth charge to participate in the multi.
Right. Gotcha.
When I even talked to Lauren, who's in charge of Galore, this weekend or like 2 days ago, and I even told her, I was like, you need to start charging. I was like, even $10 a month, $10 a time, whatever it is, because her group is really, 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 really good. Most people sell between like 20 and 50 items every time with her. And I was like, you need to charge $10, because I said, how many leggings could you possibly want? She gets, I mean, that's all she gets. When she picks one for 10, she doesn't pick like real hostess benefits where she gets like a Sarah or Amelia. She just has asked us for leggings. And I even said, girl, you need to start charging. All of us, if you're going to give out $20 or $21 for 2 pairs of leggings, I would rather her get paid that $20 just because she does a lot of work. She's really active. She's answering questions. I mean, she is very, very, very engaged. And she's got like 43 or 44,000 people. Did you see Miranda's thing on the corner? Sold 80 with her yesterday. And I know Kylie Brown, I think, has sold like 200 with her before. And I want to say it was like a 200 obnoxious. When she told me the number, I'm like, hold on, what? Like, it was an absurd amount. Like, that's how good her group shops. And when you find a good group like Galore that they shop, you'll pay the $20 a month, because you're going to make a far heck of a lot more money than $20 or 2 or 3 pairs of leggings. So if you can, never hesitate to pay that $10, $20 a month. Yeah, or even per upload.
So this one Friday, I missed it. Do we or don't we pay? We don't. We just do the legging thing.
We're doing the hostess benefits, so 1 for 10. But I was the one that had told her, I was like, you just need to charge. Like, just charge. And even if you make, whatever, 70 people doing $10, oh well. I mean, it still is absolutely. It's for me. It's absolutely amazing. But no, this weekend is the only reason she reached out to me, because so many Little Happies were asking to be on her page. So I don't know if it was Kylie or Miranda who had told her that I was the coach of the team. So she reached out and was like, hey, do you guys want a date? And I was like, yes, please. So her and I in the last 2 weeks have just been working together, trying to figure out, like, do the rules and whatnot, what's her expectation. But I've been on her page. So it's completely, it's completely different. And I'm seeing some people over here saying I've given her Sarah. I've never I've never seen any other rules besides leggings, and I've been in hers a couple times. And with her, this last time was the very first time I've ever actually seen her pick leggings. In the past, when I've done, she just said, send me anything. But that's why it said no pastels, no geometrical, and no plain solid, because that's all she was getting. People were giving her, she would be like, send me 2 pairs of leggings, and they would give her the 2 most pastel ones that they have. And I'm like, that's just insane. So we kind of said no pastels, no geometrical.
So this 80 that Miranda, you said you sold yesterday, is that from this group that we're doing Friday? Holy crap. Really?
Yeah, that is, can you guys hear me now? I was muted, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I went live in her group yesterday, and then we did albums afterwards. It was 80 a while ago. Like, I didn't count how many I invoiced, I just counted how many I paid. So, yeah, her group is amazing. And if I could give any advice for Friday, I know like the homies did like a about customer service. I try and do really good customer service in my group, but when I did her multi, I tried to do like super great customer service. Like I always write handwritten letters and stuff, and her customers, like, they know that. They stay in my group. Like so many of my best shoppers are from her group. So I would say like Friday is like a little window into her shoppers. Like make an impression. Like do a fun giveaway, talk to people, because like her shoppers are where it's at. Her group is amazing.
And what's crazy about her group is she doesn't just have like one person a week. She has like 5 or 6, and they shop every single time. So like we did one on Black Friday. We were down by like 4 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock someone else was up and she sold another 30. And then Miranda came in a day later and sold 80. Like these girls are constant shoppers. They're not just one and done for the week. They are every single day shopping.
Wow.
Make an I can't like stress that, like that sounds stupid, but make an impression in her group. I absolutely would. I've talked to Lauren. Lauren has hundreds, like I feel like every consultant tries to get in her group. So I've tried to, and I've talked to some of the homies about like getting in. Since like everything gets filtered for her, so since Kylie actually knows Lauren in real life, I've actually met Lauren in real life. So that's the only reason why I've gotten dates, and then she kind of like lets us roll over our dates. But she's trying to do more multis, and she's also trying to get in girls that like will work together. Like I think a couple of you guys do this too.
Yeah, I was chatting with her the other day, and she likes like the mini multis. Like she likes the big multis like once a month. But she's leaning more towards like the mini multis with like 5 or 6 people, like teammates or whatever, working together, because it's more inventory. She's just one consultant, and she has such high demand to be in that group that then she can accommodate more people that way too.
You'll still do really like the Black Friday multi had like over 75.
It was 75.
And I didn't even list all of my stuff. I just kind of put in my Sarah's and Amelia's, and I still sold 20 things. Mm-hmm. So I mean, things sell in her group. It's not going to matter if you're in there with other people.
Yeah, and I sell just as much. I sold just as much in the multi the other day as we did in like the mini multi that we did earlier, like last month. Like they seriously want to shop all the time, which is
they do.
I'm down with that.
She advertises, from like a little behind the scenes, like Lauren advertises all the time, and you know how you can see like how many new members you have? That's like what she judges herself on. Like she'll look at how many ads she has or how many new members. And like during that multi, she was like messaging me and like, I need to advertise more. We're not getting a lot of ads. And I'm like, it's because you have everyone in your group already.
Well, and I noticed recently she had like 3,000 new people added into her group. I did notice that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's insane, because I was trying to figure out, like when I was telling you guys how many people were in her group, I specifically looked at that and I was like, wow, it's like 3,300 more, something like that.
She she is a hostess that does a lot of work, and she watches her ads and how many people like come in, because I mean people leave groups all the time, so she's constantly getting new people too, which is really great for sales. Her group is amazing.
Well, what's crazy is that some of like the buy sell trade groups may have like 50,000, but she has like 30,000 shoppers. Look at how many people are in the buy sell trade groups that aren't like shoppers. They're just on there because they want cheap stuff. And like these people like shop and they're paying that app, and I don't know how she lucked out, but it's great.
Yeah, it's been insane. Her growth recently, I mean, and now that she's big, it's growing like crazily, and she's having, and I keep asking her to please charge people or something, because I saw the leggings that she was getting, and she would tell people no pastels, at one point she was saying no fruits, because she had like 50 pairs of fruit leggings. And she's not a flipper. She doesn't sell the stuff really. She gives them as gifts. She's a really great hostess.
Yeah, and that's the big point of like tonight's conversation. If you can find a good multi, like just stick with it and do it. Like Hina says, the one with all the rules, like has all the rules, but it's a great multi, and just stick with it. Same thing with like some specific shoppers groups. Like Emily Cavis has a really good shoppers group, and I try to do hers like every couple of months, and just get involved and put yourself out there and represent yourself with a good customer service, and they'll always want you to come back. So.
And I will say real quick, because I know there are quite a few of you. I don't know if Mindy's still on here. I can't say everyone on here, but there was quite a few of you guys that were just kind of nervous about doing it. And in a nutshell, all you're doing for job-wise is doing your screenshots. That's the biggest thing right there is, proving or showing your screenshots, and then not uploading from a cell phone. So when you are nervous about like, I don't want to mess things up, those are pretty much the two requests that we have for you. If you don't want to do a giveaway, if you're a little nervous about that, which again, I highly recommend doing that giveaway, especially in Lauren's group, because those ladies will come to your page and they will continue to shop from you if you give good customer service, like Miranda was saying. But it's so simple. Don't be nervous about it. And the best thing about this is a big upload, or this is a big multi, but it's with all of your fellow Lula Happies. So if you screw something up, it's just us. It's not going to mess up Lauren's group. It's not going to mess up anything like that. The worst case scenario is your pictures might be at the very front of the albums, and if you're not around, or we, right after we call you out, just kidding. We can, push them to the back, or, we can put them to the back, but that's the extent of it. There's not a whole lot that goes into it. I think more people are so concerned that they're going to mess something up more, but you can't mess up albums. The most you can do is put your pictures to the front. That's pretty much the worst thing. Am I missing anything that you could really screw up on a multi? I know there's quite a bit of you guys that do multis on here. There are some people that are cruise qualifying on our team just from doing multis. I have a friend from high school who she cruise qualified level 2, the entire thing by doing multis. I don't even know if she has a VIP group, legitimately. She does it straight through multis, but she's doing them 5 nights a week. So can you make a ton with doing multis? Yeah. And it's one of those things, if you have a lot of inventory that you have been sitting for a while, or if you're trying to like revamp and you're trying to sell some to get new inventory, multis are amazing, because especially the new multis for you, because they've never seen your inventory. Your inventory is brand spanking new. And I might have a piece from my very first day that I joined for my initial inventory that if I put onto Lauren's, they may have never seen my inventory, and they're going to buy it thinking it's brand spanking new, because for them it is brand spanking new. And that's the best thing about multis. You are exposing your inventory to a bunch of people that have never seen your inventory. So that's like the best thing about the multis.
You see, we're promoting this as a very big celebration.
Okay, so was there any other question? Thank you so very much, Courtney and Sarah.
I'm just going to show this one piece here.
Okay.
This Irma. I onboarded in September, and I launched October 4th. Hello shirt that I've had since the end of September. It's an Irma. It's not going back, because I will find somebody that wants it. It will eventually sell.
I gotta check my inventory to see if I have anything brand new or old. Keep going.
Oh, and do you remember my Cassies?
Yeah.
Okay. When I onboarded, my Cassies were all stripes. Hello, Cassie, that I've had for over. So hang on to it, because it will sell. Oh, Paul and Kirby are back up, y'all.
Amy, I have a question for you.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking my inventory, seeing if I could find anything from my initial.
So is Are we planning on doing elegant in this one on Friday?
Yes, we're doing, Cassie and I discussed that we're doing elegant. I don't think a whole lot's going to have it because I would hope that no one's putting their elegant into it before they post on their VIP pages, because you need to get elegant VIP pages first. But yes, some people have already put it out there. So if you already have it, we're doing an elegant dresses, an elegant shirt. Cassie, what do we say? Elegant dresses, elegant shirts, elegant skirts, and elegant wraps. We're doing like Christy Stevens, those 4 pictures, because the cover pictures are going to be the prices. So then it's very clear that there are different prices. They're going to be in that album. But from a suggestion, just take it or leave it. If you get your inventory on Friday afternoon, okay, so my elegant collection has not shipped. We don't know when my magical one's going to ship. At least it hasn't shipped as of like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. If my stuff comes in Friday afternoon, I'm not posting it. Even if I have this magical snap my fingers and I can get it posted or get it put up online. I highly advise you to give it to your customers first. Give it to your VIP pages first. These customers, the people on Lauren's pages, they're going to sell and they're amazing, but they're not the ones that have stuck with you on your VIP pages. So I truly, truly think that you should try your pages first. And Kina's shaking her head saying yes too. So I definitely think you should try your VIP pages first, or your VIP page, and then open it up, because you can put that up, wait until Wednesday. So when we do the Wednesday team multi for next week, we will do an elegant. We'll add an elegant stuff. So don't be in such a rush to get it out on Friday just because you have to get it out. It's such a limited edition. So many people think, like, it was kind of like with the holiday leggings. They felt like they had to get it out the very first day because, God forbid, no one was going to want it if they were the very last one. People are uploading today and they're still getting 15, 25 comments on one pair of holiday leggings. So it's not too late. It's not, do not worry that you're going to be left out in the cold and you're going to be the last one to post. I have 120 or 100 whatever, 150 besides 20 that are just, who knows where they are. And who knows when they're going to come. And if it means I'm not doing it until next Saturday, that's okay. That's not a big deal. It's something
I'll be there with you.
Put into my VIP pages first.
But I'll be there with you. I got 6 today, 6 pieces.
I have 20. They're very pretty. My 20 are extremely pretty.
I don't even have my 20.
Oh, I haven't even posted mine. I'm waiting for all of mine to come in, and then I'm going to do a live video.
See, this was my day 1 order. I didn't go back in on day 2. This is still my day 1 order of the 20.
I did 3. Yeah, me too. I only did all 50s. That's how I know. Well, no, I did 20, 50, 50. I got the 20. The next day I did whatever day we were able to do 50 is the days I did a couple of them. I went a little crazy.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. That was the order that I got today, that I only got the 6 pieces. I still haven't even gotten that first day yet. That's what I got of the 53 that I ordered that day. I got 13 pieces delivered and only 6 are elegant. The rest are California.
I got part of my initial 20-piece order last Friday and the rest of it today. Today? Or yesterday.
My 20-piece order came today, and my other stuff for UPS is coming tomorrow, but it still says it's not shipped yet. But yeah, it's coming.
Hey, but my order I placed on Sunday comes on Thursday.
You make me want to check my UPS. Like, I'm like, let me check on over here. Miranda that's a great suggestion. Miranda in the chat said, do a giveaway and tell people you'll have your elegant next week in the post with your link. So that's an awesome, do white lights, color lights. We keep seeing that. I'm trying to find one that hasn't been on there, but white lights versus color lights. And then at the bottom say, and come check out my page. I'll be having elegant posting next week. That's a superb idea.
I did What's Your Favorite Christmas Movie? People love that one.
Dude, all I did was, what will you refuse to eat? That's all. Like, what do you refuse to eat? And I had 1.2
for Thanksgiving.
Well, no, it was Black Friday, but everyone was saying like fish, liver, Brussels sprouts, that kind of crap. 1,000. I'm like, really? You like have mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, like, and I'm like, really? That peanut butter? I'm like, whoa! I do like a can of that a week. Bananas. It was like the same crap. It was funny. It was like the same 10 things, but crazy. There are some funny things, and some ladies I was like engaged with, like, is it because you don't like the texture? Oh no, I just don't like the taste. I'm like, okay. So it was kind of funny, like the random like peanut butter. I'm like, whoa, I eat those by like the spoonful. So there's like a little kind of like connections with them, like kind of engaged. If it was the 9,000 livers, I was like, yeah, I'm ignoring you. Sorry, who doesn't like liver? But if it was like some people were like yogurt, I'm like, really? That's like one dairy I actually eat. Some crazies were like ice cream. And I was like, are you crazy? Can you please tell me you're lactose intolerant? Because ice cream is like heavenly. So it was like little just, side chatter with these people. It took me 5 minutes and you kind of just went in there and just made connections.
I did one contest where I said, where are you from? And I was trying to get all 50 states because I've lived in 10 different states myself. And so every time somebody would say they were from a certain state, I'm like, well, I lived in this city, and I went to second grade in this city. And that was the best giveaway I ever did.
Yeah.
Just there were so many comments and people were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe no one else has ever said that they're from Bozeman, Montana. And
because who's ever heard of Bozeman, Montana?
Shannon asked, how do you draw up there's that many people commenting? Just randomly pick.
I tell my husband to say stop.
Out if you put people's names like in a random generator.
You can do a cut and paste into the random generator, but I've also done Amy's way where you close your eyes, hit the down button, and point at the screen. And that's
my way of doing it. It's just scrolling through my screen and going, stop.
And usually if they're related to me, I skip to the next person.
And pick someone who's not on your page already. Like, totally pick someone who's not on your page already. I always do that. I'm like, are they on my page? No. Okay, they can win.
Oh, cheater. Oh, wait,
sorry.
I've done it too. I heard from someone ask Siri to pick a number, like look at how many comments you have, and then say, Siri, pick a number between 1 and 250.
Yeah.
I pull down, and that's who you pick.
I make my kids do it. All right, so I have to show you. They're out of unicorn poop, but look what I got to put in my bags.
That's cute. That's cute. Unicorn poop's been out for a while. Hold on real quick. Is there any questions before I stop recording? Okay.